It's a cat and mouse game for the army fighting militant groups in Kashmir, each trying to snare the other in their web. While the militants filter in and seek camouflage in local villages, the army banks on specially trained spies who secretly track militant movement.
मुझे 3 महीने का कोर्स करना पड़ा, जिसमें मैंने वहाँ पर काफ़ी भाषा सीखी। जो भी इनके लिबास है, मैंने उसे ही लिबास यहाँ पहनना शुरू किया। ज़्यादातर मेरी एज के लड़के यहाँ पर दाढ़ी मेरे जैसे रखते हैं, तो मैंने उसी हिसाब से अपनी दाढ़ी को रखना शुरू किया।
Men like him are the chief intelligence gatherers in Kashmir. Every stranger comes under their scanner. Spot a man buying an exceptionally large number of biscuit packets or dry cells, and they smell danger. The man could be a potential terrorist hoarding rations for his hideout. Every year, when the snow melts in summer, militant launch bases in Pakistan-occupied Kashmir swell up. They push forward their men across the 740-kilometer line of control, and infiltration touches a frenzied pitch. Information from captured and surrendered terrorists, along with human intelligence, suggests that almost 500 militants attempt to make their way into the valley each season.
यहाँ से आए, बोले कि वहाँ चलो पाकिस्तान में, आपको वो दिखाएंगे, पैसे दिए, 5-6 महीने रहे वहाँ, 5,000 रुपये वो दिया था। बोला था बहुत पैसे आपको मिलेंगे, वो करेंगे, मकान बनाएंगे, वो करेंगे, आपको पैसे मिलेंगे, आपको रफल दे देंगे, आप वो करना, ये करना।
After the militants cross the LOC and before they reach their targets, they need to lie low for a while. And wooden huts known as dhoks in the mountains are their best bet. It's a convenient hideout, as most of these dhoks are either abandoned or are temporary shelters used by shepherds to stack firewood in summer. So anything out of the ordinary at a dhok and the army springs into action.
Yes?
Good evening, sir.
Ready? What's the news?
There's an info from our source that there are militants.
Move carefully.
The first thing in my mind when I got the information was to make a very good plan so as not to allow these people to get away from that point. And the second thing in my mind was the safety of my men during the entire operation and the safety of the civilians who live around that area.
Once you ensure that no civilians there.
Yes, sir. Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
अपने इलाके के हरनाट डोक एरिया में कुछ मिलिटेंट छुपे हुए हैं।
Once the lieutenant's request for a raid operation is cleared by his commander, the young officer gets down to brass tacks. A clay model map etched with the contours and terrains of the dhok is used to brief his platoon.
हम फायर का जवाब फायर से देंगे।
The men are divided into 3 groups: the assault party, the firebase party, and the stop party.
फायर बेस पार्टी ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा फायर डालने की कोशिश करेगा। कोई शक और सवाल?
The attack is well choreographed, every detail discussed, final positions marked out, weapons checked, contingency plans drawn out, and when ready, a final rehearsal check.
अगर शक और सवाल नहीं है तो 15 मिनट में रिहर्सल के लिए तैयार।
It's an attack from 3 sides. The assault group, led by the lieutenant, moves in for the kill from the front. The firebase party, with their rocket launcher, sets up fire support. And the stop group takes up vantage positions to ensure no militant gets away. What follows now is a simulated attack with no damage to anyone's life or property. Low-intensity conflict operations have been rightly termed a blind man's bluff, because raids such as this require hard and accurate intelligence, immediate and simultaneous planning and coordination, and most importantly, clockwork precision in their implementation, with commanders all along under immense pressure to ensure its complete success with no damage to civilian life and property. Here you are in Kashmir.
Yeah.
You are interacting with the civilians, you are meeting the shepherds,
Yeah.
the Gujars, the Bakarwals, the Kashmiri Muslims. I mean, briefly, what is your understanding of them?
See, there was a time when these people were completely against the army, but these days the times have changed. There's a lot of change in local people who really want to help the army. But even though people have changed, there are many people, a fraction of people who still carry the mindset of having some grudge against the Indian army.
Oh yeah, that'll always be there. I mean, you can't have 100% acceptability. Now tell me, I mean, this is management, to my mind, this is management at its best. Very few business schools in the country can ever teach you this. How old are you?
I'm 23 years.
And in 23 years of age, you've already played with life and death.
See, in my AOR, even though I carry a AK in my hand, I've just made a water project for them, which gives electricity to very poor people who can't afford to buy electricity. So the people who live in and around my area, they are very helpful to the army. They always mingle with me. They get their problems to me and try and solve them. Yes, there are a fraction of people who are against the army, and we are working towards it.
So that means things have changed for the better, and we are now looking at a situation which has changed quite dramatically than what it was 10 years ago.
Yes, yes.